Because a lot of people saying you have lashes on, why you need food stamps? I don't care. If it's free, I want it.
The lady that went to jail from telling people she received food stamps and how she was beating the system.
But did you also know that you and the person who the food stamps is issued to can get in trouble?
You admitted on the internet that you and your child's father both claimed the kids for food stamps.
The police came knock on my door. Literally moments after I made that video.
Jail, because you sold your food stamps. Right next to you done unalive somebody. I'll be in prison for selling something that was given to you for free.
Asking for story time on how I owe them $35,000 now. Okay, so I live by myself. I'm single. I don't have any kids. So I've been applying for food stamps like 2 or 3 years ago. I lied on my food stamp case and I told them I was homeless, and I told them that I didn't have anything. I was homeless. I didn't have nowhere to go. Blase, blase. And I told them that I wasn't working. So when I first started getting my food stamps, I started getting like $400 a month just for myself. So I'm just thinking everything cool, you know, like, okay, I'm getting my food stamps. Nothing happened, you know. So I decided to come on TikTok and tell people, like, if you're trying to get food stamps, you can lie to them.
You can't make this.
And, you know, nothing will happen. So that was a very bad mistake that I made, lying to them. And I really don't know what y'all saying, because a lot of people saying you have lashes on, why you need food stamps? I don't care. If it's free, I want it. Baby, food is way expensive. And if I go in Walmart with $100, I'm really not going to leave out with nothing. Who want to keep spending money on food? Like, it's just too much. So when this was, they picked me up yesterday, but day before yesterday, I got a call. And they was like, hello, is this such and such? And I'm like, yes, hello, what's going on? They say, well, this is the people that's like, you know, over the food stamp office or whatever. And they was like, we have a report that you have been putting false information on your application to get food stamps, and that you're not homeless, and that you do have a job. So I'm like, okay, who did you get this information from? So it was like, well, we cannot disclose any information about who we got it from, but we have facts that you have been lying.
You're telling all of your information here. Why are you coming here to talk about it?
And you have to pay all of that back, and your balance is $35,000. And they also told me that they was filing charges on me. So I'm like, what the hell? Because at this point, I'm really thinking like they just playing, or somebody just playing on my phone, y'all. But yesterday, when I made the video and posted on TikTok, like 15 minutes later, they came knock on my door. They was like, is you such and such? They read me my rights and they arrested me. And y'all keep asking me, how did I have my phone in the back of the police truck? That's because I didn't give them no problems. Like, I wasn't arguing with them. I simply got back in the back of the police truck, because the police car, because I know I did. Was I wrong for doing that? Yes. But at the end of the day, I did what I did. And I don't give a damn. Y'all nobody to judge me. But I did what I had to do at that point, because baby, food is expensive. But I bought it out 5 hours later, and I have to go to court. They didn't send me a court date yet, but when they do, I'm going to just keep y'all updated, because I know some of y'all don't give a y'all just want to be in the business. But, I mean, I did what I did, so now I got to face the consequences.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
And that's the story time.
What she said, she's right. They do want to be in a business. People want to see the downfall of the modern woman, especially modern women on food stamps that take advantage of the system. You took advantage of the system, and you know what? She said she has a video of her in the back of the police car, and I found the video. I found the proof, and yes, she went to jail. Let's take a look at that.
Now, why the the police came knock on my door. Literally moments after I made that video about the food stamp people saying I owed them $35,000. They booked me in jail for fraud. I'm currently walking down the streets because as soon as they released me, I got the. I'm waiting on my mama to pull up in my car and pick me up. I didn't make it to a damn neighborhood down the street from the jailhouse. I don't know. I mean, I'm just keep pushing. Like what? Like I cannot believe this happened. Y'all do not lie. I swear to God, it caught up to me so fast. I literally just was talking about this on TikTok the other day. Now look at me. So not only do I owe them $35,000, I'm literally in case. Like where I'm gonna get the money from, y'all. I was just hungry as I don't have money to keep buying food. Like what? Oh my God.
You know, what she's saying, a lot of Americans are dealing with it, right? A lot of Americans, if inflation keeps happening and people can't afford basic necessities, but people are not defrauding the United States government like you. And I'm not trying to judge you. I'm not trying to only judge my people because the people that get caught the most for food stamp fraud is immigrants and white people. That's just facts. But when it's happening to my people, I'm going to talk about it, especially when it's happening to you ladies. The I'm college educated ladies that are saying it's not, maybe not you, but a lot of other ladies, they are college educated and still taking advantage of situations like this. And the government clamped down on that because they were taking advantage of the loans. Always taking advantage of the system. And today, I'm not going to cut off many videos. I'm just going to play a meme like this.
Kids, up, you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
I see this girl went to jail for doing food stamp fraud because she was on TikTok talking about how you could lie on your food stamp application and get food stamps by telling them that you don't work. She puts a video up and then somebody reports her, calls her, and they come get her and she goes to jail. This is wild. And I'm over here like having weird cravings for McDonald's. I'm just all today. Vibrations are just low today. Gotta be. Because I got me a sundae with caramel. Caramel. And the ice cream machine was working. My second McDonald's, because the first one didn't have ice cream. I left. Came to another one. They had it here. The apple pie. And I'm over here watching somebody go to jail for food stamp fraud. What's going on in this world today?
You need to stop eating. That's what's going on in the world. Like, yeah, they got food stamp, but you don't need it. You got the money to eat. Like, stop it. Get some help. I'm not trying to play her. Just, lady, you're a little bit overweight. I can see why you are because of the food. Stop it.
This was going to come when they was going to start locking people up for all the lobster and all the ribeyes and all of that they was buying. I thank God for the struggle. Especially looking at how these people go crazy with these food stamps and how they just buy all this stuff. I'm the type of person that if you tell me get what I want, I try to get the littlest things ever because I don't want to just go crazy and be like, oh, well, let me get this. Like, I try to not make you spend a lot of money. So when I had food stamps, I was doing the same thing. It was like, okay, the government giving you a certain amount, so make it stretch, make it last. Like, my mama and my daddy and them taught me that we ain't have to have lobster and all that as long as we ate. And whole time y'all picking on me by, oh, you only eat this and you always eating that. And I thank God for always eating noodles. Because that's all I was really buying. Noodles, chicken nuggets, like little stuff that I know thank God my daughter didn't have an expensive taste. She just wanted the struggle meals. Thank you, God, because I was buying all the struggle meals. Now look at everybody finna go to jail, finna have to pay money back, finna be in debt, finna lose their food stamps forever. All of this because they want to be high fashion and live luxury and eat good. And you could have did that with your own money.
Yeah, you're right. But the meals you were talking about, the meals you named were high blood pressure. The chicken nuggets, fake meat. Like, she didn't even realize The food she was naming off wasn't food. And you know, the government is cracking down on that. They want to stop people from getting the food that's not good for you, like the oodles and noodles, because that's killing you. But yeah, we got to stop this as a people, seriously. That doesn't even have you full, right? You're better off eating a piece of protein or an egg. That'll fill you up. Seriously. You fill up on protein, you eat the vegetables for the nutrients, and protein is nutrients as well, because guess what? The protein eats the vegetables. You want to eat something that's eating vegetables. Oodles and noodles is not healthy for you. Let's change up the way we live, right? I mean, we want to live for a long time. Let's try.
You might want to stop. It's a state felony. So whoever you sell it to, they going to get locked up, and you going to get locked up too. And I never understood, why y'all sell y'all food stamps anyway? Like, what's the point? Y'all get what, 200 a month or 3, however much you get, I don't know. And then you sell it for half. Just keep your stamps at that point. That just let me know that you don't really need them. Get your own. How about that? Do better. And don't be trying to argue me down in the comment section about this. Use that energy for a different hustle. Yeah, I said it.
Get 10 to 15 years in prison for food stamp fraud. Apparently, they got proof of who is defrauding the system, and they coming to locking people up. So the ones that be on Facebook and Instagram and all that talk about how you got stamps and how you just did this and this, they're coming for you. Y'all really think that these people don't see where these food stamps is really going? You think they're just giving y'all food stamps and not keeping track? Boy, they finna do a sweep, just like for the PPP loans, just like them drops y'all was doing. A lot of people feel like just because the local police ain't catch them and, you feel me, they ain't went to jail yet, that ain't nothing gonna happen. Sometimes the government sit back and let you do 10 years worth of bad stuff and then bring that rap to the state and say, yo, this is what we want. They've been doing this for 10 years. Give them 10 years. Y'all better, boy, y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up. They cracking down.
Yeah, they are. And they're coming to people and locking them up, right? I mean, you have to understand, they want to get their money back, and they're going to get it back by having you work for the state. That's the best way for them. Why? Because it's free labor. They want you stuck in the system, right? So don't do things to be stuck in a system while being stuck in a system. What I mean by that is exactly how it sounds. Why would you want to be locked away when you're out in freedom? You can take advantage of doing so many things. You can even get on YouTube and do this and be productive. I suggest anybody to make YouTube videos. I suggest it all the time. When people buy my program, I say residual income. I say multiple streams of income. It's the best way, right? And when you get those multiple streams, you don't have to worry about times like this. I bet you if these ladies knew how to make multiple streams, they wouldn't even dare get on food stamps because they were making so much money, they'd be ashamed of themselves. But they're still doing it, and this is what's happening.
Shorty was up in the green, cause she going to jail because the lady is mean. Going to jail. Said you going to jail tonight. Going to jail. You're going to jail tonight. That lady's going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. That lady's going to jail. Said you're going to jail. Baby, stop resisting arrest. Get your butt up out of here, she got me rest. Girl, you going to jail, you gotta confess. I'm the feather on the mic that truly been blessed. And you know I got stress. Girl, in the jail. That lady going to jail tonight. That lady's going to jail. So she's going to jail tonight. Talking about the shorty resisting arrest. In the corner, dog got us all impressed. Shout out to my homie. I need that video that you made. Yes, you in the blood, do it all day.
Food stamps to get their hair done, nails done, their toes done, buy an outfit to go to the club, drugs, a lot. If I've seen it, other people seen it. You know what? That's why people don't give two fucks. I've seen people, women, get a new man. The man got the food stamp. Now, the food stamp is for her and her kids. The man has the food stamp card and he in the grocery store that he wants. People, you know what? They don't give two fucks. You know, some kids go to school and get breakfast and lunch, no dinner, because mama and I sold the food stamps for that she wanted. Them people don't give. And people are saying, well, what about my kids? Well, yeah, what about your kids when you had the food stamps, you out there selling them? What did you think about your children then? That people do, people see that. So now people are like, I don't care. Life is about to start life for a lot of people. But don't get mad when people don't, because we see so many people out there abuse that they be like, you know, what about my kids? What about your kids when you was out there with them food stamps? What about your kids then?
Yeah, so she's absolutely right. I didn't grow up rich. I've seen it with my own eyes. I mean, I know people, well, I used to know people that sold their food stamps. I knew people that would call me and ask me to sell my food stamps. Everybody knows it. You know, people are mad because they're going to starve. They're mad because they don't have the extra money to sell. Don't get me wrong. Some people out here really do need it, you know. There's a lot of people that have just completely abused the system and taken advantage of the assistance. They're out here selling it for 50 cents on the dollar. $200 card, $100 cash. And don't get me started about the kids, because the kids all got Jordans and iPads while their mom is on assistance. Like, prioritize.
Fraud to get food stamps. The mama that got whining that her food stamps got taken away, don't know how she gonna eat, but you admitted on the internet that you and your child's father both claim the kids for food stamps. The kids don't live in your house. So why are you claiming them to receive food stamps? Baby, and I'm not knocking nobody that got food stamps because I have been there. But when people truly need the food stamps and you're whining and complaining and basically entitled to food stamps, you are upset that your children's father are claiming them, but they live in their household. How are you even okay with filing them? Baby, the entitlement of those that commit fraud, just entitlement in general. Baby, I wish I can get a good $100 in food stamps and I will be good. But you mad that your $3,000 a month in food stamps is taken away and you get on these people's internet, let them know that you committing fraud and then ask for the money back. Baby, that's not how it works.
Y'all better be careful about making videos, these cooking videos, and you done bought the ingredients with your food stamps, okay? Watch. A Saginaw woman is facing a hefty felony for allegedly buying ingredients with her bridge card, then selling the resultant baked goods for a profit. Authorities on June 30th issued a warrant for 32-year-old Talia C. Tenneque, charging her with 1 count of food stamp fraud of $1,000 or more. The charge is punishable by up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Prosecutors alleged Tenneque between January 2022 and September 2023 made baked goods and offered them for sale on Facebook. She purchased the ingredients with her bridge card administered through the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Supplemental Food Program. Tenneque's alleged misconduct was investigated by the Michigan Office of Inspector General. MLive on August 6th submitted a Freedom of Information Act request to the state seeking investigative records. The state on Thursday, August 28th, replied by denying the request, writing there are no available public records. Interesting. Police arrested Tenneque on the outstanding warrant on August 4th, though she bonded out of jail the same day. Tenneque on August 13th appeared for arraignment before Saginaw County District Judge Terry L. Clark. The judge freed Tenneque on a $50,000 personal recognizance bond. Attorney Stephen J. Finner is representing Tenneque. He did not immediately reply to calls. Selling them seafood boils, okay? All those plentiful plates, you know? Where did you buy it? How did you buy it? Okay? Don't mess this up for the rest of us. Just because you want to take your stamps and make a monetary profit off of it? No. Then that's when they do away with stamps altogether. Buy that food, feed your people, and then save whatever else you have left for a rainy day. Now I got to suffer. Now the rest of us got to suffer because you wanted to turn a profit with SNAP, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. And do you really want to receive jail time over stamp?
Yeah, what's happening is I understand it, and I'm sure you guys too do too. When it showed the lady billed herself out for $50,000, just like, wait a minute, you have money. So if you bill yourself up for 50,000, right? I believe you have to have at least 5,000 to bill yourself off of 50. It's something like that. 10% of the money, something like that. So you have money. You were making money. You have money. At first, I'm like, wait a minute. She didn't sell the food stamps directly, but when I think about it again, I'll go, yeah, she did sell it directly because she bought the ingredients, sold it. They're not playing. They're being hard on you, ladies, and you got to kind of understand that. So many people have taken advantage of the system. I saw Trump reading off names, saying, "How is this 169-year-old lady getting food stamps? I just want to know if she can live to be that old. I want to get some. I want to get some tips from her. You know, we're struggling out in other countries right now, but this old lady's living to be 169 years old." That's my Donald Trump impersonation. Not really good, but let's get into the next one.
Talk too much of y'all damn business on this app. They had a lady that went to jail from telling people she received food stamps and how she was beating the system. A lady made that video. Y'all could correct me. I don't know if the police came to her house later on that day or the next day, but she went to jail. And she owed $35,000. We'll go over two things in this video. One, y'all, when I say oversharing your personal business never got nobody nowhere. But oversharing personal business that could put you under the jail is really, it really upsets me because it's unnecessary. And you're signing yourself up for stress. You could do jail time. Now you got to pay all this money back. And I know now that she did make the mistake. But some stuff is done, and you can't undo it. So you have to be careful. Another thing that is trending, we've been talking about food stamps. That's what's been coming up on my For You page about Trump supposed to be cutting this and cutting it. And I seen a young lady crying. Baby, it's not the end of the world. If plan A don't work, you go to B. You still got to figure out a way to feed your children. You are responsible for those mouths. So getting on here crying and everybody is not on this internet meaning you well. Somebody laughing at you crying into the internet, that's not going to help. People on here want to go back and forth with you in the comments. They got mean people. They got jealous people, envy people, all the above. Talk to God about your situation and think about what could you do to make your situation better. It is what it is. We cannot get upset and angry over things we do not have no power over. Okay? But remember, God is still God. All right? I just don't, those are the things I don't like to see. You know what I'm saying? Only, and I'm going to say this, and I don't know if I said this, only the strong will survive. Okay? So I'm going to wrap this up. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed. J-Lo, stop oversharing your business, especially things that could put you in jail on this app. Again, hugs and love, J-Lo.
And I don't really who gets upset. Why do y'all get on this app? Why do y'all get on this app and talk about buying food stamps from people? Do y'all not know that food stamp fraud is a very real thing? But did you also know that you and the person who the food stamps is issued to can get in trouble as a federal crime? You know that? Now, I get that y'all be wanting to come on here and tell story time about how they did you wrong, they did you wrong. I suggest your ass go get it back in blood. When like this happens, unfortunately, there is no rectification for it. You cannot go to the police. I don't think it's smart to come to TikTok. It's just not. And the reason why is because it's illegal. Coming here to express your aggravation and your frustration that you were just ran off by somebody who is being assisted by the federal government as if there are not laws to protect the exact thing you guys are doing makes zero sense to me. And y'all know that law enforcement be up on this app too. Matter of fact, let me bring something to light real quick. Law enforcement really needs to give a lot of credit to social media. And the reason why is because a lot of their investigation these days are not solved without social media. So when y'all put self-incriminating up up on social media, yeah, it might have been 4 months ago. It might have been 4 years ago. But I promise you, the statute of limitations for a federal crime is a lifetime. Play with them folk if you want to.
Yeah, I know the same thing, but you people, you do it anyway. They do it all the time. You see it in a rap game. They do it like it's like chewing gum in Chicago. Even they moved that over to New York now. They do it in many different states, right? Bragging about their crimes. Now, that's not something to do. Like the lady, especially look at the lady. She bragged online. Other lady had courses. Ooh, they hit her. Ladies are getting 20 years in jail for food stamps. You saw that video of the girl in Saginaw? 20 years. They're not playing with you. So when it comes to the fraud, and you're frauding the United States government, guaranteed felony. There's no misdemeanors on that. Felony charge. You're getting real time, and they're coming to collect.
Interesting video about a man that made a video stating the fact that somebody was selling food stamps and got 60 months for selling food stamps. So you know me, I went and Googled to see was it true, see who it was, what city, state this happening, and couldn't find it. So in the Google search, I found it. It says, while specific cases of women receiving 60-month prison sentences for selling food stamps are now not available in the search results, they do confirm that such sentences is within typical range of felony level food stamp trafficking. The punishment depends on the amount of benefits trafficked, and sentences can be as high as 20 years for schemes involving large amounts of money. Y'all ladies better be very careful selling these food stamps, baby. Don't do it, don't do it. I know you want your lace front. I know you want to get that fat outfit to go to the club in the weekend. I know you want to buy it, but you better not do it with your food stamps. Y'all better use that money strictly for food stamps, for food for you and your family. Don't be giving nobody your food stamp card for some money, because they will lock your ass up. You understand me? Y'all better be careful. Stop selling your damn food stamps. Now, they already cutting them back. So just imagine, if they cutting your food stamps back and you still got the audacity to sell them, they just going to cut them off and put you in jail. Imagine that. Being in jail because you sold your food stamps. Or you in jail because you sold food stamps, and somebody right next to you done unalive somebody, or somebody else over here and rob somebody. You gonna be in prison for selling something that was given to you for free.
That's a darn shame. It is. But it's happening, and it will continue to happen until they realize you're going to save yourself by not participating in the foolishness.
$1 this weekend. I was out shopping, doing the dilly-dallying at Home Goods and Michael's and Target and TJ Maxx, and just trying to get stuff for Christmas and the holidays. And I get a text message from my bank saying, hey, did you just have this transaction in Home Goods? I'm like, yeah, that was me. This was the amount. Yep, was me. Right after that, I got a phone call, and they were like, hey, you sent a text message in regards to this Home Goods transaction. We just want to confirm, yes, this is you. No, it was not. I'm letting them know, yeah, I responded to the text message. Yes, it was me. They said, okay, thank you so much for confirming. They said, well, what about this transaction for $3,000? I'm like, what do you mean $3,000? No, baby, I'm spending like $200, $300, not $3,000. No, that's not me. I said, okay, the $3,000 is not you. What about the $2,000? There's also one for $6,000. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not attempting these transactions. All I'm doing are these little transactions that are at Michael's. None of them exceed $300. So no, that's not me doing these other transactions. They're like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and do what we need to do in regards to your account. And I said, okay. 2 hours later, I get another phone call from my bank, which was actually my bank. And they're saying, okay, these transactions for $2,000, $3,000, not even mentioning the smaller transactions that I had just did. My actual bank said, we never called you today. We are calling you about these $1,000 transactions. We never would have called you for these other transactions. This is usual for you. They said, man, we never called you today.
Wow.
Like, okay, what did they say to you? I said, they're saying everything that people usually say. You know, can you confirm your name, your date of birth?
Yep.
You know, all of the information. They knew where I was shopping. They said, AI generated voice. They said this is an AI generated voice scam, and this is
Wow.
how they're able to get people because they sound legitimate. They sound like they are at work. They sound like they're able to
Be
assist
very
you,
careful.
but this is not what's going on. They said your entire account is drained. $13,000. This didn't
What?
happen to me this weekend, but AI voice scams are so scary and so real because you think that you're talking to a real human. You think that you're talking to a real person. Always hang up and call your bank directly. Even if that is your bank calling you and you are unsure, hang up and you call them back. They'll be able to assist you.
Man, that's crazy. People are using, but you can tell though, AI is not that great. Like the voice, you can tell. That's why I believe with customer service, they're even gonna dial back on AI. They definitely can't take over sales. That takes real human interaction. But AI is good, but it can't replace everything, especially customer service. You know, when you call up customer service and then you try to press one and there's no number to press, you just stuck with the automated system. That's annoying. And I'm sure a lot of people calling companies complaining. I know you guys go through it as hell. Nobody wants to deal with that. And people are getting tired of it.
On the first link. Hold on. It gets worse. Getting pregnant by a man on the first link that you met off TikTok. Hold on. It gets worse. Getting pregnant by a man on the first link that you met off TikTok that's in prison. Hold on. It gets worse. Getting pregnant by a man off the first link that you met on TikTok that's currently still in prison. And now you're pregnant with 1, 2 twins. Hold on. It gets worse. Getting pregnant by a man on the first link that you met on TikTok that's currently in prison. Now you're pregnant with 1, 2 twins. And he lied to you about how much time he got. He got 15 years. Hold on. It gets worse. Getting pregnant by a man that you met on TikTok that's currently in prison on the first link with 1, 2 twins. And he lied to you, and now you find out he got 15 years, and you don't believe in deleted fetus for your religious views. I don't think nowhere the religious views gave the okay to get in the bathroom at the prison visit off a man that you just met on TikTok who got 15 years.
Well, guys, I fast forwarded into the future, right? Because this was a little outdated, right? It was a older video. So the man, he got out.
Now I'm trying to dodge the sin. Walk out the lavish stove, pay a shoe. 12. You want to boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in, pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walk. So leaving the club, we ain't stopping at no line to be a boss. You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bagger. I'm driving the Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life. And I'm lane switching. Bitches and I'm straight, baby.
My man getting it. He fooling you girls. Y'all gonna keep falling for it. Why? Because you love this. You love, tell him, Pookie, you know you love your girl. That's why you gave it up in the bathroom. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Peace out. See you next video.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.